Today's video is going to talk exclusively about the various newspapers that exist in Purple Hyacinth and what sorts of information we can learn from them about the world. World building through the print media is an interesting way to convey the environment of a place, and something I look at a lot because of One Piece, a pretty famous manga that uses newspapers and seagulls to deliver very interesting information about the world. Why add the blurred parts of a newspaper when the alternative is to just use some lines to depict writing? Is there actually important information revealed in Le Journal and other newspapers? So after squinting hard at some zoomed in shots of the newspapers in Purple Hyacinth, here are some of my takes. If you like this sort of stuff, please like and subscribe, and pray for my poor vision, as our authors made some of these panels of Le Journal very difficult to read. I don't like putting pictures of the panels on my videos, so in the description is a Twitter thread that will accompany this video, because well, it's just a little easier to see these blurred out parts. Now, let's begin. So we see shots of several newspapers in about 9 total chapters. Chapters 1, 6, 19, 23, 26, 39, 41, 42, and the finale 49. Chapter 1 has a huge emphasis on Le Journal, where Lauren picks up an issue for about 5 cents outside of a store. Le Journal seems to be based off of the Le Journal de Montreal, a daily tabloid newspaper in Quebec, Canada, that was founded in 1964. From Google Images, it looks very similar to the format of Le Journal in Arhalas. At the end of chapter 1, in the newspaper trash bin / cardboard box, we see a few other newspapers whose names are blurred out. In the next few panels, we see on her corkboard 2 other newspapers, the Courier on the bottom right and what might be something via Inquirer. The closest thing that I could find online is the Philadelphia Inquirer. Both of these from the corkboard don't exactly line up with the blurred out text in the other newspapers in the cardboard box, so there might be more news outlets other than the 3 we see for sure. But regardless, the main focus of the news has come from Le Journal through the first season of Purple Hyacinth. An interesting thing I noticed is that when Lauren is on her date with Mr. Evans in chapter 1, although Lauren isn't paying too much attention to him, the boy with the newspaper is what actually draws her eyes away from Mr. Evans altogether. From the prologue, we see a similar sized boy that Harvey picks up and runs away from the supposed bomb threat. Although this could be 2 different kids here, as we don't really see the face of the newspaper boy since Lauren's shoulder blocks his face. It would be a pretty cool tie-over. Maybe this is just me overthinking, but did Harvey save the boy as a patrol unit of the APD, or because the boy gets fed info from Venom Site? I don't really think that's right, so I feel like there's just a little too much speculation here, but if the boy is the same, I'm not too sure. Anyways, let's look at the Courier and the Inquirer newspapers from Lauren's corkboard. We see the title of the main news story on the Courier is the 9th Trail Line Celebration at Allendale Train Station. A few things are circled and underlined on the front page, but nothing is legible, and we see another piece of paper that is pinned to the top right of the Courier. We get a close-up of this piece of paper in chapter 23, but nothing that I can really get out of except you've got mail, the month November, and the year 1931. In chapter 23, actually, it's interesting that the main title of the Courier is actually blurred out, but we get a little clear picture of one of the subtitles or subcategories, and it says Little Evidence Supports Story of Blank Atrocity. Now this blank, the word starts with an N, but I can't really make it out. Kind of looks like next, but I'm not too sure here. And then there's another title next to that where it says something about Levi's, the Inquirer's main title, and the Inquirer on the corkboard itself is on the top right hand. So the main title is Deaths of Hundreds of Citizens After Multiple Explosions. And I see a picture what kind of looks like JFK with a beard. I'm not too sure if anyone else sees the resemblance here. It looks like the 2 blurred out newspapers in the cardboard box, as well as all the newspapers that Lauren has been collecting, relate back to any mention of the Allendale station. The Courier is the only newspaper that looks like it was published before the bombing, as it talks about the new opening of the train line itself. However, the subtitle gets me thinking of what kind of atrocity was the newspaper referring to if the train bombing hadn't happened yet. Probably something Kieran did as the PH, but I don't know. It also looks like Kieran's board has similar newspapers pinned as Lauren's, but the difference between Kieran Kieran and Lauren is that Kieran actually cuts out and only keeps the important parts, as we see half or even single pages pinned up to his board. Alright, to the big old main newspaper, Le Journal. In chapter 1, we see that this is the 10th volume of the journal, and the part that is not blurred out here for us when we first see it is titled 10 Years After Allendale Station Tragedy. Memorial ceremony will be held in the names of the victims. When Lauren sits down, when she's back home, we see a beautiful transition from the black and white picture taken from the cover story to the flashback of Lauren probably witnessing what happened. It isn't until Lauren actually throws the journal where we see more of the front page. We learn that Honolulu bets appropriations for harbor and a lighthouse. A river and harbor bill passes. A postmaster, Pratt, I believe he just got confirmed as the new postmaster, and some of the latest sugar quotations, and there's also a fire at New Orleans. As Adrales is an island, from what I assume to be an island, based on the drawing on Lauren's corkboard on the top left. There's like a little drawing of a circle, kind of looks like an island. I'm assuming it's the island that they live in. It makes sense that there's a lot of harbor news. It's interesting that we have both Honolulu, I don't know if Honolulu is a person or a company here, getting rights to some harbor and a lighthouse at the same time as a water bill passes. It looks like Honolulu has gotten into some really good power over the harbor now, and it kind of got me thinking of when Tim Sake arrives at a port smuggling in some vials for the weapons trade in chapter 47. What if this bill / lighthouse and harbor acquisition was for the sake of the Phantom Scythe, to increase their domain to smuggle more things in and out? Or maybe it's not particularly the leader, but what if that person is the seventh apostle trying to make his business progress a little more smoothly? Granted, Loon kind of got in his way throughout the season. We see some ads in the next column over of Dr. Grace and Irwin, probably physicians, and then we see Chase M. LeBlanc and Ridgway, all attorneys at law trying to promote their businesses to try to get some customers. It would be interesting to see if any of these names on this ads list here as real characters in season 2 or onwards. In the same shot, we see the top right box of the front page of what looks like Le Journal's motto: we lead, others follow. The next time we see Le Journal is in chapter 6, and once again, it's only when Lauren is getting ready to throw the newspaper again, we see more of the same front page of volume 10. We see the top left box this time that was previously blurred out for us, and it reads, "The Tribune, praise the news." Probably another motto or mission statement of Le Journal. I still can't make out what it says above the ad section. What I got is the blank Tribune. I'm not sure what that middle term is. 4-letter word. Want to say it starts with an O or a D. I'm not too sure. And then the last column is now visible to us, where the title here is Mortgages Notice of Intention of Foreclosure. So something about some house is going to be up for grab, or someone is closing down here. In chapter 26, we see another Le Journal, but here this is from December 5th, XX27, still in volume 10. The main title of this front page is The Team of Justice That's Helping the Police. Are they an ally or a foe? And we get a picture of the court hearing of one of the Loon victims, probably either McTrevor or Anslow, since this chapter where we see it in chapter 26 is when Blakesley gets taken out by Loon itself. It seems that the other 3 panels or other 3 columns of that front page are blurred out, but it looks to be the same as the previous Le Journal that we saw in chapter 1 and 6. We see Le Journal again in chapter 41 and 42, where the news that dozens of prison guards and all Loon victims or Loon convicts were slaughtered by the Purple Hyacinth, and the picture we get is a jail cell from the tower itself. In the shot of chapter 42, we don't see the date or the volume in this Le Journal, as Lauren kind of gets a little panicky because all the people that she put behind bars got killed by Kieran. But yeah, we don't see the date or the volume, and it looks like the same news is conveyed in the other columns of the front page. So it only looks like the left column of this front page of Le Journal seems to be changing every time we see it so far. In chapter 49, we see a Le Journal from the past this time, 10 years ago on November 26th, XX17, where we see the terrible car accident that carries the Sinclairs and their driver to death. Although this one doesn't have a volume number, I'm predicting this is the first year of operation for Le Journal. If volume 10 happens in XX27, 10 years ago, would be the first volume. So it looks like the first year of operation for LeJournal is the same year as the Annandale train bombing. There are a few inconsistencies in LeJournal as is presented in season 1. We don't see the date of the LeJournal until chapter 26, and we don't see a volume in a few of them like the LeJournal that we see in chapter 49. But hopefully we can, when the next time we see the next LeJournal, it'll either be in the volume 10 because we're still in December of XX27, or we'll see volume 11 as we make it to the circus opening reception on February 17th, XX28, which seems like a pretty big event that warrants a news story on. Chapter 41 shows that LeJournal is dropped off at people's homes in the morning, probably if they have a subscription or something, as we see Kim pick up a copy up in that morning. So I'm surprised that Lauren had to go out of her way to buy one after her date with Mr. Evans, as it's likely that there should have been one outside her uncle's house earlier that morning. Or maybe that the story about the retrospective analysis or whatever of the train bombing got released later in the day, and that's why she didn't pick it up in the morning. Also, it seems like the other competitors, like the Courier, maybe run out of business, as LeJournal always seems to get the inside scoop of these big events that take place. I wonder how the journalists of LeJournal actually acquired said info or said photographs. Could the photographer, the same one that took a picture of Lauren in chapter 24, be part of LeJournal? Nonetheless, we learned some more things about the way news is handled around in the island. There's no clear way of knowing if the royal family controls the press or if the Phantom Scythe controls the press, but that would be a pretty interesting dynamic to look at. Since my likely hypothesis is that LeJournal was founded the same year as the train bombing, raises a few flags for me, as the Phantom Scythe could be tied in, because it seems like the Phantom Scythe has hands in everything. I hope in season 2 we might see some different columns on the front page to get more information about the world that Lauren and Kirian live in. That's all for the video. What are your thoughts? Was there more stuff that you deciphered from these newspapers? Make sure to heart the chapters on Webtoon every time you finish reading, and comment to be a part of the community. Subscribe to get access to these reviews every week. My social media can be found by searching Inspirational on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Shout out to my designer. You can find his work on Instagram at JatinV_photography. See you all next time.